Welcome to 3D Amazon FBA. Today I'm going to make a video about 5 things I wish I knew and learned before I started my Amazon business. Before I get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. About 250 hours of view time away from being monetized on YouTube. So help me out and watch the whole video. Thanks. So anyways, I've been selling on Amazon going on about 4 years, almost 4 years, be 4 years in October. It's been a crazy journey, and very blessed and thankful for everything I've accomplished in this 4 years. So things I wish I did know, or things I wish I did sooner. And I'm going to incorporate, because Amazon's changed a lot in the 4 years. Like, for example, when I started selling on 4 years ago, toys was ungated. I mean, there were brands that were gated, like, say Marvel, Nerf, Lego, all that was gated, and just the brands were gated, but the category was. So, like Roblox, for example, was ungated, and I was able to sell that like when the day I opened my account. So the first thing I would recommend you guys do, and I wish I had done sooner, is to get your business license, get your EIN number, get your resale certificate, and get ungated in these brands. I have videos up that kind of give it like a really quick tutorial, but the first thing I recommend doing, and I wish I did sooner, was get ungated in categories and brands. Like for toys, you can use EE distribution, which will get you ungated in almost everything. There's a few things that you can't buy from them to sell on Amazon. It'll tell you on the page. But getting ungated sooner is something I really wish I did. Plus, I started in October, so I didn't have any of these big brands to sell for my first Q4. We're about 3 months away from Q4 hitting. So, you need to start thinking about that. And for you newer people, or people that haven't gone and got the paperwork done, go out there and get those certificates and all that, and go to EE distribution, get ungated in all the toy brands. You'll be thankful you did come Q4. The second thing, talking about seasons, that I wish I realized was the seasonality of products. Because again, I started in Q4, and one of the first things I found that was really good was a Pioneer Women's coffee mug thing, like a thermos. I don't know what you call them, but like a thermos type thing for Pioneer Women. And it was a seasonal product. I went and I did a test buy, bought like 10 or 15 of them. I can't remember exactly. I sent them in and they sold super quick. And I went to Walmart and I cleared the shelves. And I bought everything that they had. And about a week later, before it even hit the warehouse, the price dropped because it went on clearance. And, here where I live, Walmart does a really terrible job with their clearance. I almost never find anything for clearance to buy. So our prices were still high, and stuff that I see on like clearance videos on YouTube from other YouTubers, I don't even see those products going on clearance like ever. So the product went on clearance, and I lost a ton of money. I'm talking, I lost probably $200-300 because I had cleared the shelves. They went clearance everywhere across the country because it was a seasonal item. And then the price went dropping significantly. And, I lost a bunch of money. Sorry, my son's here. I'll get my lunch in a second. Thanks, kiddo. Sorry about that. So, and that kind of segues into my third thing, is clearance items from big box stores, Walmart, Target specifically. For me, is prices tend to tank on clearance items. I've done a video or two about it. I more or less steer clear of it. Maybe I'll dabble by a couple things here and there. But as far as their clearance items, I find the prices just drop like crazy. I've seen items drop $20-30 overnight from these stores because they went on clearance. And in these instances, you can wait it out, see if the price recovers. I've noticed a lot of times things don't necessarily recover, and you don't really make that much money. But I recommend, especially if you're starting off and you don't have much capital and you can't really afford to wait 2 or 3 months for something to sell because the price tanked, I personally would completely steer clear from Walmart and Target clearance items unless you can find like, some cheaper stuff that you can afford to wait to see the price rebounds. Because I promise you, like 9 times out of 10, the price is just going to tank, it's going to drop, and you're going to lose all your money, or your money's going to be tied up for a lot longer than you really want it to be. Another thing that I recommend you do is get ungated in grocery. I was always hesitant buying grocery items when I first started out. Like, just for example, like say a box of Pop-Tarts or something, I didn't mind so much, but I always worried stuff would get damaged, things would get broken, and I would lose my money. I'd have upset customers and stuff like that. I segued into grocery about 2 years ago now, but last year I went like super crazy and I spent like almost all my focus on grocery. I still buy a lot of toys. Toys and groceries about even usually for profitability, and I'll still buy bras and stuff like that. But grocery is amazing on Amazon. I rarely have stuff damaged, and when it does, Amazon typically just reimburses me because it's usually their fault. Like, I have a wholesale account. I had bought 60 bottles of a barbecue sauce. Amazon broke half of them, like literally broke like half of the 60, and they reimbursed me for all of them. It took a couple weeks and whatnot, but I did get my money back from Amazon, and I made a little bit each on them as well. Amazon will pay you what Amazon decides to pay you. There is no negotiating on it, but I find they're typically pretty fair. Whatever they would pay you, like say you sell something for $10, there's $3 in fees. That's $7. That's typically what Amazon will pay you. I have seen them go under that threshold. It's very rare. And I've seen them go over that threshold, which again is very rare, but I have seen it happen. Typically, they will pay you whatever the price would be at the time that they receive the item. So if it broke today and the price drops $3 tomorrow, more times than not, they would pay me what the price was going yesterday or today. So what's that? 4 things. The 5th thing that I wish I knew when I started was sales rank. You absolutely, the most important thing you could possibly do is learn sales rank. I opened up my Amazon account. I didn't know what sales rank was. It took me about a month and a half to even figure out that it existed, which, is a shame because I just went in. There wasn't a lot of like Amazon tutorials. There was just a bunch of people say, look, I made $20 selling this thing, $30 selling that thing. But nobody was talking about sales rank. And you have to know sales rank. I recommend you try to get it memorized. Jungle Scout used to have a free sales estimator. Now it's a paid part of their program or their web page, or whatever you want to call it. So get in there, learn sales rank, because you need to make all your buying decisions based off profitability and sales rank. When I first started, I was like, okay, Call of Duty is super popular, and Walmart had these Call of Duty hoodie, or no, they were sweatshirts that came with a cap. I was like, okay, people love Call of Duty. I'm going to buy these. I bought like 10 of them at like $11 a piece, and I sent them in. I'm like, okay, I know people will buy this because people like Call of Duty. They never sold at all, and the reason why is there was no sales rank. None have ever sold on Amazon. So I ended up having to take them back out, and I ended up donating them. And because nobody was buying them, there was no sales rank. You have to understand that the lower the sales rank number, the faster it sells, and the higher it is, the slower it sells. You need to figure out, like grocery, for example. I rarely buy anything over 100,000 sales rank unless it has like 70, 80 reviews or something, because sales rank will get worse if people are out of stock on it or something like that. But for me, 100,000 sales rank is my typical bottom. I don't go like 101,000. I don't like going much higher except for like specific cases. And that's because at 100,000, it'll sell one a day. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to sell one a day. It means that product sells one per day. So if there's like 4 people on the listing and you guys all have the same price and everything, you should sell one every 4 to 5 days. And and then I buy accordingly on that number. So if there's, say, 4 people on the listing, I should be able to sell about 8 a month. So I'll buy like 5 or 8, or maybe I'll want to buy 2 months worth and I'll try to keep 16 in stock, things like that. So those are the 5 things that I recommend new Amazon sellers do and work on and think about when they're making their purchasing decisions and how to grow your business. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.